Through the years, new technology has helped get answers in many cold cases here in Las Vegas and around the country as well. But when you look at the numbers, there are still disparities in solve rates, and they're often linked to race.
Yeah, in fact, nationwide, the homicide solve rate for Black victims remains the lowest. News 3's Laura Lagarde shows us how local families are looking to change that.
Right now, Metro Police are dealing with more than 1,200 unsolved cases. Among them are dozens of Black families still waiting for answers. On Metro's homicide cold cases database, there are dozens of Black victims. One of them is Nyeisha Monique Johnson.
Ain't none of us perfect, but I know Nyeisha did not deserve this.
On April 18th, 2002, Nyeisha's body was found by tourists on the shoulder of Kyle Canyon Road near US 95. According to police, she was stabbed multiple times.
You had to be in a serious rage to stab her 100 times. I just keep asking myself, how could somebody be that angry at a 17-year-old?
Metro Police say Nyeisha was last seen 2 days before her body was discovered. She was walking in the area of Las Vegas and Charleston Boulevards, but the actual crime scene has yet to be revealed.
She always made me laugh. She always hugged me. She always told me I was a special mom to her. And I miss her so much.
Another unsolved case here in the Valley is the murder of Gina Marie Holiday. Dune buggy riders found her body in a desert area southeast of Sahara and Hollywood. We talked with her mother, Cheryl, back in 2009.
I believe that this case is going to be solved. That's why I don't let it go into the dust.
Police say Gina's hands were tied and there was obvious trauma to her head. She was last seen alive at the Hamptons apartment when she visited her 2-year-old son, who was with his father. Her 1996 Cadillac was found on Dolly Lane near Carey and Lamb.
You don't do a dog like this. You don't do, nothing gives anybody that constitutes giving anybody the right to take somebody's life in the manner that Gina's life was taken away.
Cheryl raised a $10,000 reward for answers in her daughter's case. These are just 2 of the local Black families still hoping for justice. According to data from the FBI, homicide cases involving Black victims have a lower clearance rate than other victims. Analysis from the Washington Post shows that of the nearly 50,000 homicides, arrests were made 63% for white victims. It drops to 48% for Latin victims, and then to 46% for the Black community. Crimes against Black people also received less attention. According to a 2020 study, murders in predominantly Black neighborhoods received less media coverage than those in white neighborhoods. A similar study shows that Black missing children amounted to 7% of media references. They amounted for 35% of the National Crime Information Center's cases.
We'd have been fighting all morning and he wouldn't let me in the car.
A case that brought this issue to the forefront was the disappearance and then murder of Gabby Petito.
It just hits home. So young.
Always remember it in all of us that one life is precious.
It garnered national headlines, which led to calls for more coverage of Black murder and missing person cases. Local activist minister Stretch Sanders says the disparity is a major issue in our country.
I think that it's deliberate. I think that we live in a society that still does not really value Black life.
He says part of the problem is the community will make their voice heard in high-profile cases like George Floyd or Brandon Durham here in Las Vegas, but won't do the same when there is crime in the community.
When we start treating us harming each other as a huge deal, like we do in other cases in our community happen, you'll see change. But as long as we downplay it, it's going to be downplayed.
Minister Sanders says it's on everyone to help raise awareness about these unsolved cases.
Learn these names, learn these cases, be aware of what's going on, share the stories, maybe reach out to the family, see if they still would like volunteer to do search parties. We have to start speaking it and putting it out there.
Reporting, Laura Lagarde, News 3.
For Metro Police, getting answers in unsolved cases is very important. They tell us detectives never give up on any case and they always fight for every victim. Here's investigator Terry Miller.
A lot of families are surprised when we make phone calls and tell them we've done a case review on this homicide and we're trying to, forensically move this case, see if we can use new advanced technology. Our sheriff our last two sheriffs actually felt it very important that we utilize technology in every section throughout the department to try to close cases and solve cases.
Metro hired a forensic genealogist to help with cold case investigations and even launched a missing persons cold cases database to raise awareness. If you have any information on a cold case, contact Crime Stopper 702-385-5555.